When I started in insurance in 2011, I wasn't full time, but I had a business. I was a personal trainer. I had clients, but it was obvious at the time that the long term, even the medium term, I was not going to be successful. I was at an impasse, and I wanted to get out of that line of work and get into something more fruitful. But I was still making money. I didn't want to give it up because I had a family to take care of. And so in my research, I stumbled across life insurance and specifically the final expense market. Loved it because it was transactional, it was activity oriented, it was rinse and repeat. You didn't have to sell friends or family. Just get out there and talk to people and try selling. But my problem was I didn't want to jump full all the way in because I had responsibilities as a husband and a father, right, to take care of my family. So for me, the compromise was doing it part time. It was finding the time where I didn't have clients and arranging my schedule accordingly so I could give the insurance business an honest shot over a period of time to see if it was for me and then scale into it by having more time available to make a go of it. And that's exactly what I did. So it took me personally 6 months of part-time sales, selling final expense to accommodate myself to the business, to learn how it's done when there's good times and bad times. And to me, 6 months was enough time to say, yeah, this is a legit opportunity. I'm going to go all in. So that's essentially my advice based off of my experience is figure out how to do this part-time. If your agency you're looking at won't let you do part-time, then find one that will. There's plenty of them out there that will. Like, for example, shameless plug, the Dig Agency does allow part-time agents to come in and sell to ultimately work full-time. Even our full-time agents honestly don't work full-time hours. They work like 25 hours a week to write the kind of business they want, make the money they want. So we'd love to see them write more, but it's kind of a cool perk working with us is, flexibility, freedom, and not like 50, 60 plus hours. If you don't want to, you can work the hours you need. So that's what I would ask you to do is figure out how to do this part-time. Give yourself a runway of 6 to 12 months of doing this to see if it's right for you, to not just experience the good times, but also the bad times. Like the straight commission work is different. And you're going to have good weeks and bad weeks, and you got to know how to deal with it. And if you give yourself a proper amount of runway, my advice on top of that is to save every last penny and develop a bankroll, a slush fund. Because when you go into financial services, insurance sales, whatever, it's probably going to be full commission, straight commission, which means you only eat what you kill. And when you have more money saved up, the safer the transition will be. You'll be able to absorb the hits on bad weeks that much more. And psychologically, you won't lose your stability as much. But if you don't have money saved up and you're straight commission, one bad week if in that position can totally shut you down. You start making bad decisions on what you should buy lead wise or do for your profession, and you start bouncing around. It's not good. Hope that helped.